Welcome back. If you're new here, this video is part of a series of videos on these nightstands that I built with built-in wireless charging. And this video is intended to show creating and installing the inset drawer fronts. Inset drawers appear much simpler than overlay drawers that maybe have like a decorative routed edge. But inset drawers, though they are just simply a board, are far less forgiving and do require more precision than an overlay drawer. One of the openings was off by about a 32nd of an inch, and I identified that it was the top right corner that was just slightly not square. And so I was able to correct this by just applying a little piece of veneer with some CA glue to the bottom right corner. And since the board's short enough to ride against the fence the entire distance, that was able to taper off the top right corner enough to make it appear to be a perfect fit. This would not be an issue with an overlaid drawer because that 32nd of an inch would not ever be visible to the naked eye. I used 16-inch handy shims to make sure that I got the drawers aligned just right. Then I proceeded to mark out and pre-drill all of the holes for the handles. This really makes the install process much simpler. I made a separate video of installing the drawer boxes, so feel free to check that out. But again, I'm going to use my shims here now that the box is in place and to make sure that I get this set up just right. Through the pre-drilled holes, I'm able to use self-tapping screws. I just used pocket hole screws here. And this is going to be able to at least temporarily secure the drawer in place. You still want to be careful with the drawer at this point because it could still shift a little bit. So the bottom drawer was easier than the top drawer because I could just reach in and run some self-tapping screws in, and the drawer wasn't going to move because it still had the shims in place. For the top drawer, I had to come up with a little bit different solution. With 2 screws in, I felt comfortable pulling the drawer out to add 2 additional screws. Now that the drawer is firmly secured, I'm able to remove the screws, and then I'm going to finish drilling the holes. The screws that came with my handles were not long enough because the inside box was pretty thick, so I had to countersink these out about 1/4 of an inch. And from there, then installing the handles, very simple. I just never get sick of watching soft close drawers. The top drawer was exactly the same process of shimming it and applying the screws, but then obviously because of the shelf above, I couldn't just reach in to screw it in. So I had to gently pull the drawer out and then I clamped it in place before I started applying the screws to hold the front on. I'm really happy with the inset drawers, mostly because there's less surfaces for dusting, and I'm nothing if not practical. So please check out the rest of the series. I'm able to charge up to 5 devices on each of these nightstands. And if you like my work, please like and subscribe. Thank you.